Dear GPT, how would you have booked WWE in 25 differently?
All of it, you silly.
I blame the bald fraud.
Yes, people, WWE is about to change. Apparently, they're using AI now. We'll also talk about John Cena's last two matches, what division was supposed to do, Jacob Fatu and Drew McIntyre, another retirement coming soon, and reason Ilja won the United States Championship. Welcome back to the channel, my beautiful people. How are you guys doing today? Yes, WWE is about to change. Instead of 50 geeks in the creative team, you're gonna have computers, people. Computers working in the creative. Right now, the AI capabilities are absolutely crazy. For example, this is the only video I tried making. Well, it says WWE just brought in new senior director of creative strategy, whose job is all about integrating AI into storytelling. According to Observer, Triple H introduced him into the creative team and said he'll be leading WWE's AI initiative. The idea is to use AI in areas like graphics, video production, and other creative services, which could change how WWE presents its shows moving forward. So now we're talking about logos, graphics, all of that stuff. And I know, like, look, people, AI is very, very useful, but the thing is, it's a very useful tool that becomes a problem when you start replacing people. My thing with AI, ChatGPT, all of these things is this: as long as you're having fun and you're not actually hurting somebody's job and all of that, like, it's a good tool to have fun and do some research. Let's take YouTube for example. I don't think AI YouTubers, completely AI, like voice is AI, video is AI, everything is AI. I don't think that should be allowed on YouTube. It's called YouTube, my tube. Kind of takes away the whole idea of YouTube, doesn't it? Now when I look at the recent WWE's episodes, if it was written by AI, I don't know if it says, wow, AI is so good nowadays, or Triple H, bud, what do you have working for you? They couldn't come up with that shit on their own. Not to say that it didn't create some problems. WWE currently has a contract with Writer AI, a platform trained on WWE content to generate storyline ideas. You guys remember Bobby Lashley? Well, he's not under WWE contract, and this WWE specific AI had his storyline where Bobby Lashley is obsessed with the Japanese culture. So, you know, if he was still in the company and WWE was all in with this AI initiative, maybe we would see him in Kabuki Warriors. Bobby Lashley and Asuka for women's tag team titles. Yes, please, book it. I say that is a good idea. Some people are making fun of it. I say it's a good idea. Look, people, AI is good for searching for ideas, getting ideas, even for the WWE. Like, maybe you have a storyline, you ask AI, give me a few variations. It's good to do research, but it can't be a complete replacement. You think Jimmy from WWE Creative Geeks isn't already using it? He comes up to Triple H and says,
Yeah, I came up with that all by myself. That was my idea. Yes. Yes, Papa H, I came up with it myself.
Jimmy, I gotta tell you, the storyline of CM Punk drinking sounds pretty cool. Now, I wanted to put this to the test by using ChatGPT. We all know Division just broke up, and I said, give me a few ideas. What could happen next year, ChatGPT? Seth Rollins is written off TV after Division's brutal attack, leaving him injured for months. So far, so good. Austin Theory takes the spotlight as the mouthpiece of Division, claiming Seth was holding him back. It doesn't sound that bad. Braun Breaker dominates Raw, cementing himself as the new leader in Rollins' absence. So all of it makes sense. That's exactly what's gonna happen, except for Austin Theory is the mouthpiece. Where the hell is Paul Heyman? Survivor Series twist. Division faces Team Cody but shockingly recruit Finn Balor to strengthen the ranks. He's already in the Judgment Day, so now we're not making any sense. Not something I would like hate, but now you're pulling this out of your butt. Completely generated butt, by the way, not even a real butt, like, come on. Royal Rumble 2026, a returning Seth Rollins enters at number 30, targeting Division immediately. This is so basic, like, you're not giving WWE any ideas at this point. WrestleMania payoff, Seth Rollins finally gets his revenge in a one-on-one showdown with Braun Breaker. So this is very basic. Obviously, I wanted this to be as basic as possible. I didn't ask for anything specific, but then I said, make it weird. After Seth Rollins is taken out, Division start recruiting referees into the faction, claiming they've always been the true visionaries of the ring. Okay, that's weird. He understood what I told him. Braun Breaker unveils a pet eagle named Justice that perches on the turnbuckles during his matches and occasionally pecks at Cody's pyro. What? He can't script that, but it's a very good idea. Austin Theory begins cutting promos entirely in riddles generated by ChatGPT, confusing both the crowd and commentary team. Oh, we already have Logan Paul doing that. At Survivor Series, Division's entrance is just a 30-minute AI mashup of Seth Rollins' Burn It Down mixed with Roman Reigns' theme and TikTok sounds. Okay, so what you're doing right now is basically describing Def Rebel. We already have that shit! Seth Rollins returns at the Royal Rumble dressed as a literal computer virus, crawling out of the LED screen and glitching the arena lights. What you're trying to tell me is we're bringing back maggots. WrestleMania main event, Seth Rollins vs. Braun Breaker in the first ever AI Falls Count Anywhere match, where holograms of past wrestlers Macho Man, Andre the Giant, Doink the Clown randomly interfere based on fan tweets. Yes, we're entering a very dangerous, weird-ass territory, people, so, look, it's a good tool, but obviously, when you put something in people's hands, they're gonna make it weird, they're gonna overuse it. And obviously, the biggest problem with AI is always the same. It's gonna replace people, you know, take away jobs, and I understand that. But the idea that people in creative are not already using it is absolutely ridiculous. Obviously, if they're not telling Triple H, the talented Jimmy from Creative Geeks people always says,
Yeah, I just had this idea, and I just had this idea.
it's already happening. It's just that now it's public that it's gonna be like a big thing, right? I don't know. I guess we already saw WWE using it during El Grande's video packages. But the thing is, like right now, everybody says AI is so good, you can't tell the difference. It almost looks too good to be true, right? You can't tell the difference. Jacob Fatu, people, we saw him getting injured. Obviously, he's legitimately injured in the WWE, not a wrestling related injury, but WWE obviously put that shit on screen. So we saw Drew McIntyre in the background, which makes it even more obvious he was the one who attacked Jacob Fatu. But is it, people? Is it? I want this to be Randy Orton. I hope Drew McIntyre has no idea of who attacked him, or maybe he's secretly working with Randy Orton. I want twists and turns. That's what makes WrestleMania special. That's what made WrestleMania 40 build special. You expect something, they give you something else, even if it's unplanned. Then The Rock can say I came up with it all by myself. I hope something secret is happening, people. You know, give me my phone. Give me my phone. We're gonna do this. What is going on, Randy?
I think Cody's been using you. Randy, I'm not stupid, Randy. Cody is a hypocrite. He's been holding you back.
What you're trying to tell me right now is, Drew, Cody's stupid? Well, I do be hitting, stupid, people. This conversation is happening right now, people. This conversation is happening right now. I just don't want this to be that on the nose. We need some twists and turns, some changes. I just hope it's Randy. People, let's talk about John Cena's final match. According to the Wrestling Observer newsletter, WWE has discussed the idea of John Cena beating Dominic Mysterio for the Intercontinental Championship at Survivor Series, and then defending the title against Gunther in the final match of his career at Saturday night's main event in December. How do we feel about that, people? John Cena finally winning the Intercontinental Championship. I've talked about this before. I feel like it's an interesting idea. At the same time, him winning the IC Championship, I don't know. It's John Cena we're talking about. It's a mid-card title. But at the end of the day, he would achieve everything there is to achieve in the WWE, and in his last match, lose the championship against Gunther, which doesn't sound like that bad of an idea, obviously. Also, considering the fact Gunther is one of the greatest Intercontinental Champions of all time, I don't necessarily hate it. I don't think I hate it. Dominic responded, if that old geezer wants me to put a final nail in his coffin, I'll be more than happy to. Obviously, Dominic Mysterio playing the character of an insufferable brat. In a way, I really would love to see the storyline. Maybe it's a bit too late, I don't know. But Dominic Mysterio, the most hated man in universe, who smashes a lot, who he puts it down. Against John Cena, one of the most beloved WWE wrestlers of all time during his last run. I think it has potential. We would get Cena winning the championship. The heat on Dominic would be absolutely insane. And obviously, the end goal is Gunther winning the championship, which seems to be the plan anyway. We all know this is probably the final John Cena match. What's so special about these last few John Cena matches is that they're very good matches. You know, always makes us think, why couldn't we have gotten that earlier in this retirement tour? So, I feel like Gunther gives him that too. Dominic match could be really, really fun. Lots of cheating, lots of interferences, Eddie Guerrero style. And then we would get Gunther, which would just be a great match. Final match, and John Cena says goodbye to the WWE. I don't mind that idea, but let me know in the comments below. We talked about Division breaking up. Meltzer said, before Seth Rollins injured his shoulder, there were plans for Division to dominate Raw even more very shortly, with Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker set to win the World Tag Team Championships. Okay, so I wonder why it didn't happen. It should have been the case a long ass time ago. The Judgment Day are holding these championships hostage. These championships need fresh air. They're not getting any fresh air. They're suffocating in these WWE locker rooms, backstage areas. Let the titles breathe. It should have always been the case. The Judgment Day, we don't care about them no more. Sorry to say it. Division was the faction of Monday Night Raw. It should have been Seth Rollins with the World Championship and obviously the Bronze with the Tag Team Championships. The Judgment Day need something different or just, I don't know, split up. We need a change. We need a good storyline. Something. The Tag Team Championships on these guys is just killing the Tag Team division at this point. So why it didn't happen? What if I tell you people it's not even too late? It could still happen. Maybe with a new member. I don't know. But obviously it's Bronson Reed, because Braun is probably focusing on the world title, and Austin Theory, I don't know who's the next member, Ethan Page, a lot of, possibilities. We could still get that. Now that Seth Rollins is gone, they could still show that they're a dominant faction in the WWE, but I'm just kind of surprised WWE never went with that idea in the first place. It absolutely breaks my heart, people, that if the rumors are true, that Seth Rollins is gonna be leaving WWE for quite a while, miss WrestleMania, which is absolutely crazy. It's wild. Like, Raw is happening tonight, people, and Seth Rollins ain't gonna be there. So hopefully WWE are going to compensate, like with a small penis, buy a big car, and, give us Austin Theory. I have a pretty big car, by the way. I drive a BMW X5. Does it say something? Does it say something? Is the Coco Jumbo giver, and you, my dear receiver, been lying to you about Coco Jumbo gains? Why don't we just move to the next topic? People were seeing John Cena retiring, AJ is retiring, and now it's time for Shinsuke Nakamura soon. What a special place Japan is, especially for those of us who wrestle. As AJ said, it's a place worthy of giving everything you've got. Of course, that's true anywhere in the world. I feel like there is a but coming. But there's something sacred here. I don't know if it's because I'm Japanese, but I believe the wrestlers and fans who share this space all felt the same. Maybe. He did too. John Cena, AJ, they've all chosen to step away from the ring. It reminds me that my own time might not be far off, but I still have things I must do. I'm still struggling, still fighting, not knowing what tomorrow will bring. All I can do is live this day with everything I have. Thank you, if only one more time. So yes, Shinsuke Nakamura is probably leaving the WWE in a few years. I'm pretty sure. And he never became a WWE champion. At this point, he's not gonna. That's unfortunate because I feel like in 2018 he did have that potential. He should have won the championship in my opinion, but now he's a bit of a, it's good that WWE turned him babyface because people just want to cheer the guy. We don't need anything crazy with Shinsuke Nakamura at this point, in my opinion. I wonder if WWE ruined him, or what we got was exactly what we needed to get out of Shinsuke. Finally, Ilja Dragunov won the WWE United States Championship. Apparently, WWE felt SmackDown's roster needed a shakeup, so they wanted to surprise people because the guy was on Raw before his injury. I agree with that. We're seeing a lot of changes in the WWE, people, factions splitting up, returns, and big moments in championship matches and all of that stuff. So WWE shows are definitely getting a bit more interesting. But when we're talking about shakeups, we need a draft. Like right now, especially since you're committed to making some changes, give us the draft, make us feel like we're watching different shows. Go with the momentum, announce the draft, give it to us next month, I don't care. Also because the brand split is all over the place, you don't even know who you want to see on Raw or SmackDown. I'm talking about the WWE, give us the draft. And WWE, if you're lazy, you can always use AI. That is a tool you have right now in your hands. Tell AI who should we draft to Raw and who should we draft to SmackDown. And they'll tell you how you should draft Vladimir Kozlov to Raw. Anyway, Bill, that's all I got for you today. Thank you so much for watching the video. The Great One, peace, love, and hugs. It's been a pleasure.